Hi, in this video on OpenCV on the BeagleBoard, I continue where I left, where I ended last time, which is with this value error. And of course this problem is caused by the fact that images are actually arrays, and arrays can be square, like 3 times 3, which are 3 columns and 3 rows. However, they can of course also be not square, and that means they can also be like this. So the problem is probably that it has either a bad combination of these rows and columns, and then they won't be able to put them together. And it doesn't really matter how many columns and how many rows there are, but given the fact that they originate from the same image, my guess is that the number of rows and the number of columns have been switched, or in mathematical terms transposed. So in this example, 3 times 4 has become 4 times 3, and that is probably caused somewhere here. So the challenge is to find it and to get something corrected. So that will be the next step. And in order to find out how the images are in array, I've put here number of rows, columns and the depth of these D5, and likewise here for image black white 2, which I want to put next to each other here. And if we look here in the output, it turns out that they are both exactly the same, and to my surprise, for some reason it ends without an error. So apparently these shape commands are necessary for the output to get ready. However, the combination is not what I expected, because this is a fully black output where I expect a colored image and a black and white image in, well, the black and white and the colored image here. So despite the fact that it ends without an error now, it's not the output I expect. So some more searching is to be done, but anyway, these additions are apparently necessary. So let's go on, find out why and how. And of course, when you want to put 2 images next to each other, it helps if you actually put the variable in which you put the 2 images together actually write to disk, which you can then display. So now I have 2 images next to each other, but that does not explain yet why the black and white image is completely black, because that is definitely not the intention. So there still needs to be something sorted out. And when you are checking out things, errors where things may go wrong, it is always handy when you print the stuff you want to check out to disk so you can check it. So I have added files rotated back and translated back, and finally the combined. So if I use the viewing, then I get suddenly rotated back is black. So let's quit this way, and no, I want it completely new, rotated back, and it's black. Translated back is also black, which explains why the combination also shows black, which means that the blackening happens earlier on, which is very interesting, because I'm working here from DST4, so blur should be blurred. And that is 12, which is indeed blurred. So somewhere between this and here, working with the blurred version, it goes wrong. And that is where you should look. After checking the code, and it really goes between the blur DST, which ends with DT4, and combining the black and white and colored images, here DST4 as well. It is a mystery to me, after searching etc., why the back rotation apparently causes the blurred image to go completely black. So let me show again. This is the blurred image, and this is DST4. As you can see here in the code, this is DST4, and from DST4 we go straight here. Prog 14 rotated back, and that doesn't make any sense. However, the next steps, because between here and rotated back there's also a translate, which I don't get, because if you rotate something back which is here, it should be in this location. Then after the translation it should be here somewhere, but then the combination is okay. Anyway, this is something to come back to for the next time. So thank you for watching, and to be continued.